mistress will deal with you.
Shaking his fist farewell, the horned hunter leans heavily against the door that led to the second floor. As if recognizing him, the door opened, allowing Nyrissa's terrifying servant through. He rushes away. The bodies of slain satyrs lay by the king's feet, but the hero's eyes were not fixed on them. A little further along, the daring, talented, restless Lindsay, loyal chronicler and friend, lay motionless on the ground. She was dead. Realizing what happened, the king... The visions of the house at the edge of time have revealed to the king the sad truth. Lindsay never betrayed him. She just wanted to find out Nyrissa's plans. Pretending diligently to be interested and excited, Lindsay asked questions and finally discovered that there's a special place in the house at the edge of time. A shrine where the apology was kept. A cup holding the dust of almost 1,000 kingdoms. If we reach this treasure, the evil nymph will definitely not be able to hide from us any longer. The entrance to the shrine opens with 3 keys. The wriggling man keeps the first key, the Gnurly witch the second one, and the third one is stored in a secret room on the first floor. To get inside, one must pass through the mist chamber in the underground part of the house. Upon discovering all this, Lindsay decided to set off and find the third key to help the king, but she was caught and murdered. I knew solo missions were not my thing. And then, standing over the body of his most loyal companion, the king thought, how is it that this very moment is being described in the book, if the author is already dead? Yes, it's me, right here in the book. It's a good thing you found me, and that you can read. I've written all about the key, all right? You can find it somewhere in the mist, or using the mist. I didn't quite understand it all myself. You know, I was so scared when I stood at the door of the house and realized there was no one around. And then I got inside the book. This probably doesn't happen to souls often, even here in the first world. This is so strange. I can't decide whether it's exciting or sad. I've been thinking, can books read other books? Otherwise, when we defeat everyone and return home, I'll be bored. I'll have to live in the library. It's dusty, and maybe you could put me in a display case in the throne room? I'd sniffle, but can't. Thank you for everything. It was such an exciting adventure. Please don't forget to take me with you wherever you go. I have to know how it all ends. Finish my story. It's too early to put a period on it.
I welcome you to the house at the edge of time, my darling one.
No need for two-faced hospitality. Toxic intent is no less poisonous when phrased politely.
And yet I welcome you, and would see you among my assistants. Oh, but why use words if I can show you? Your fate was decided before you were born, yet you chose to go your own way, as I once did. And you can achieve so much more. Look as if you're looking in a mirror. This is what I can make of you. A perfect face, a perfect spirit, a perfect warrior.
I know how much power you have, Lady Nyrissa, but do not seek my aid in your war on the Stolen Lands. What perfect spirit would entertain betrayal? I serve the king. There is no price that could buy my loyalty.
Then you'll vanish. Even the most beautiful flowers die. Such is life.
This is what perfection is worth. Her desires were vain and her judgment was wrong. Know that I consider it an honor to serve you, and I won't back down, even in the face of death. Always.
Where am I?
In the cage you wanted to escape so desperately, my little Skylark.
Kill me. Torture me if you want, Nyrissa. But I will serve you no more.
I don't need your service. I only wanted to know. How you, so devoted to good, could so diligently look the other way, while there was evil happening right under your nose.
Jaethal, no! Stop!
What happened? Where am I?
In a place worthy of you, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to keep fighting for those who never appreciate you? Those who despise you and think you a monster?
Oh, Sarenrae, give me the strength to overcome evil.
Bring me the heart of this useless creature, and I will give you new life in the First World.
Praised be Sarenrae. You're alive.
Great. Everyone is back together again. I suppose we can go look for that inventive nymph and deal with her once and for all. I was expecting you to ask. You see, my elegant performance in the Elven camp didn't go unnoticed. When I rejected Urgathoa's gift, I mocked my former mistress. There is at least one deity who liked that very, very much. And we have one acquaintance among that deity's chosen who put in a good word for me. So I was allowed to return, with a new mission and new goals. I'm not undead anymore, but I'm still an Inquisitor. An Inquisitor of Pharasma.
I'm ashamed to say it, but I fell for Nyrissa's lies yet again. She fooled me with an illusion, showing Jaethal killing innocent elves. I let rage overwhelm me, which happens to me rarely, as you know. But then, the lessons I learned from you were not in vain. I remembered your wisdom and mercy for the innocent souls of the Kingdom of the Cleansed. I remembered how you convinced Jaethal to stop serving Urgathoa for the sake of her daughter's life. This stayed my hand.
Nyrissa wove an image of Tristian begging Sarenrae for my death. I might have believed the deception if I hadn't known this righteous fool can't stop himself from trying to talk sense into everyone, even that stupid fanatic Hrothgard. One minor detail. Nyrissa offered me First World immortality. Tempting, yes, but I didn't fancy falling under the power of a semi-insane nymph. Not to flatter you, but you're a far more worthy ruler and patron.
Why not add some fire?
Maestro Jonish?
I'm here, my darling, to teach you another lesson. To stop being a slave. It's not enough to escape from slavery.
Enough flapping your jaw, Janice. Get to business.
Do you see this key? It's the only way to open your cages. But there's a problem. After it opens one lock, it breaks. Only one of you can get out. Just one. So, you'll have to decide, my darlings. To kill the slave in you, you'll have to kill. Begin!
I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! You... here. So, at least, all this wasn't in vain. The damn witch lured us into a trap. She threw us into burning slave cages, pretended to be Janice, and said there was only one key. And Octavia, silly girl, threw me the key, yelled, "Be happy, Reg," and ducked into the flames. Why? Why did this have to happen? Oh, yes. Yes, I swear by Callistria, you and I are power. Maybe I'm alive because I wanted to be with you, so I got myself out. Let's go. It's time to collect a debt.
What are you looking for here, you pariah? There is no place for you in your world, and there won't be a place in my dominion.
Get out, witch! When my friends find their way here, we'll pluck off your petals.
Your friends? Am I hearing it right? You think any of them are still alive?
Keep talking. I don't believe your tales.
Why would I lie to you? You are the reason that everyone you care about dies. You get banished from everywhere like the plague. Your soul is poisoned, like an animal gone mad. I will leave you with that. Farewell.
Nothing. Just tired of waiting for you, Chief. That's what. This witch came by, tried to pour some muck into my ears. There's some snakes that, whatever they say, it's like a knife in your ribs. Like I mind. Keep going means keep going. I told you, you are my tribe. Together, we'll tear anyone to pieces.
What do I see on your face, gloomy traveler? Is that righteous rage, or anger bred by indecisiveness?
Away, witch! Your deceitful words may touch my ears, but not my heart!
Whose voices do you hear with your heart? Your darling wife? Your little daughter?
Quiet!
Do you hear them screaming? Do you hear them calling you for help? Turn around. It is the lair of a monster that's ruined thousands of lives. And who will keep it from ruining 1,000 more? Not you.
Your journey was long, but I waited. And my wait is over. The witch came to me, poured honeyed poison into my ears. Her words besought the mind. I nearly gave in to them. But I remembered you and decided to wait. Rage has already led me on the wrong path, but you didn't let it take control. Your voice in my mind was stronger than the witch's voice. I fight for what is precious and needs protection, not for the sake of fighting, not to relieve the pain. Wait, the witch belched poison, but truth as well. We are in the dwelling of a monster. We ought to destroy it. I follow you, as always.
You. The mistress punished me for failing to deal with you. And look, her favorites, the Gnurly Witch and the Wriggling Man, have also failed. Think not of me. Did I not tell you that the shadows behind your back is always her? And the sound of footsteps in the dark, always her? Turn around.
My hound. You have run so long to finally meet your mistress. Oh, if you only knew what punishment is. But you don't. And you never will. I shall take your life and transform it into the last grain of dust in my cup. My kingdom, my own kingdom, turn to dust. Become the 1000th grain for the apology. What would you have me do? Ask for forgiveness? Beg for mercy? Oh no, I won't beg. I know better than anyone what it means to lose, and lose everything. I didn't ask the eldest for mercy as they laughed at my foolish boldness. I won't ask you either. You are my reflection. Just a little luckier. If ever you stand before immense power sweeping away everything you care for, don't bow down. Just as I didn't. I looked for it for such a long time. So long that I forgot why I needed it. But you, why do you? Why do you want to return what I lost to me? What does justice mean in matters of the soul? In the games of great powers, in the beating of a living heart? It's just a word, and nothing more. If that's all that moves you, then forget it. I don't need this gift. Do you know what you're asking? I'm a prisoner in a game of someone else's invention, and I can't break the rules. If I take the slightest risk, the punishment might be terrible for both of us. On the other hand, I have nothing else to lose. Can you say the same? Oh, what is this? Hearing your voice was like hearing myself. Bold and young, unbroken by the curse. I took a risk back then and was defeated, but must I continue to obey those who destroy me? No, you're right. May the Lantern King be gone, together with his conditions. I won't ask for forgiveness. I will stay with you, my victor. We will see if we can rule the world together.
You've truly upset me, King of the Sand Castle. So much that I find no joy in playing the masquerade anymore. Are you ready to look under the mask? I am a voice from another world that you've heard since you first set foot on the Stolen Lands. A harbinger of doom and change. I am dust and echo, a memory of the past. I am the one who revealed to you the truth about the fallen goddess, who gave you the light capable of dispersing the mist.
I am the one who began this story, and I am the one who will end it. I am the eldest of the First World. I am the Lantern King.
Self-appointed god of the First World. Wasn't it enough for you to witness the hardships to which Nyrissa doomed innocent people? All because of your curse? Leave us alone!
You stoop to taking a role at your own theater. How petty of you, eldest.
To drink without quenching thirst. To climb a mountain that has no peak. I staged the performance and you left it without a finale. You took away Nerissa, my precious toy, carefully crafted of despair and wrath. I could reduce you to dust, revive you, and turn you to dust once more, here and now. But the universe abhors an elegance. So instead I shall repay you with your own coin.
How strange fate can be. A moment ago we were enemies, and now we stand shoulder to shoulder against a demigod. My kingdom is in ruins, my 1,000-year journey is at a dead end. So why do I feel so alive? Can't you guess? To your kingdom, the eldest is there already, with all his wrath. The Lantern King, he who cursed me in the past. Are you baffled? That's perfectly natural. Few can understand the games of the eldest, even I barely can. Our lives are toys for them, our fate's a ball of yarn. To knit or to cut, to tie knots or make loops. Is there a difference? Can I put this vast abyss of sense into words? I'll try. The Lantern King likes performances. In one of them, you and I turned out to be the main characters. It's little surprise that he was watching you. He likes masks, hints, and vague words, the meaning of which is revealed only later. But he didn't like the end of the story, and he wants to rewrite it. That doesn't bode well for either of us. But we've little choice but to go through the portal and find out what he has planned. There isn't. But remember, on the other side is your world, not the eldest's. Each king is stronger on their own land. So let us go. If we've any chance to conquer the unconquerable, it is there, beyond the portal.
The ages-old drama had drawn to its finale. The story of Nyrissa's torment was complete, and now it was time to face the most difficult trial yet. Defeating Nyrissa, we brought upon ourselves the anger of a creature much more ancient, powerful, and frightful. We took the Lantern King's favorite toy, and now the full power of his curse came crashing down on us.
Something is wrong. We were supposed to leave the First World, but my cup is broken. The blood and pain of 1,000 destroyed kingdoms are oozing from its pieces. I feel them. I do.
How wrong I was. What better than an unexpected finale for such a performance? I had to change the setting and the main character, but so what? Well, don't you see? The city and all your lands have been transferred to the First World. Shadows of the inhabitants of all its ruined kingdoms have escaped the cup and are taking revenge on the living for all their sad fates. Old enemies arise from the ashes, and forgotten sorrows are reborn. A sad story, but always amusing. The lead role, the king must save his lands, but losing his crown means losing his future. I wouldn't expect anything else.
I feel the power of the curse. What did you do to him, eldest?
Seeds sown long time have sprung. Do you remember an insane old man on the road from Oleg's trading post? Our first encounter? I told you back then, once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, binded with the claimer shall it be. Binded, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, proclaiming its death. A curse for the future king. That is what these words were. You are connected to your kingdom, and you will be ruined along with it. Just as Narissa's nymph sister suffered from her curse, so will your followers suffer with you. The First World is washing over this land like a wave, and it will devour your souls with it. I'll leave you with this knowledge. I think I'll take my old toy, since she was unequal to this performance's leading role.
You've toyed with me for 1,000 years, eldest. Have you not grown bored? I'm still not strong enough to resist you, but I'll never give in. You have time to banish the affliction and defeat our enemy. Maybe you'll succeed where I have failed. Don't give up.
Fight if you wish, King. I'll take my place among the spectators.
If it isn't my greatest mistake. I was sitting in my fortress and drinking, when I should have come here and burned the damn trading post to the ground, along with everyone inside, on the very day you appeared in the Stolen Lands.
There you are, of course. After all, you couldn't miss it. A mimic cannot exist without a model, nor a villain without a hero. You don't have your own journey or your own story, for you are merely a chapter in my epic. Without me, you simply do not exist. Do you remember when we last met? You said you'd return Pitax to its citizens? It sounded so noble. But in the end, my possessions are returned to me. Both Pitax and the Toady Fairy. Your governor is now my footrest, and as for you, it's time you go to Oblivion, where you belong. And what do you think Irivetti is? A sack of skin filled with bones and guts that once decorated this room so beautifully? Of course not. Irivetti is a legend, and the legend has returned in all his glory. Look around. I am everything I was and all that I could be. All the legends composed about me. My glory was too great to fit into one body. Here is Irivetti, wise ruler. Irivetti, invincible warrior. Irivetti, cunning trickster. Irivetti, sacred champion of Calistria. And who are you? No one and nothing. A minor prop I will use to demonstrate my grandeur to the audience. Well, let us begin. It's time for you to become a part of my history.
Thank you for your help. I cannot lie, we desperately needed it. I fought people and monsters alike, but none of us were ready for an endless horde of phantoms.
His Highness always comes exactly when needed. Not a minute early, not a minute late. One could say punctuality is in his blood.
I heard reports that something strange and frightening is happening in your lands. I gathered my best troops and came to your aid. Alas, we became lost in that sorcerous mist, and then those shadows came out of it. Praise the gods, we stumbled upon Sertova's army, which was also coming to your aid.
Yes, it was an unexpected but pleasant encounter. A joy, in fact, to see familiar faces here, in the midst of witchery and evil spirits.
Even combining our forces, we had little chance of holding the line for long. Luckily, a guiding light soon glimmered through the mist, and then you appeared.
Really? So you don't know what is going on in your lands?
We were hoping you could tell us. It must be the spells of the Fae. Or who else did you manage to enrage? This mist is no mere fog. It bewilders the senses and makes you wander in circles. But phantoms are worse. They appear from out of the mist, and there's no end to them. Shadows of our warriors and barbarians, endlessly repeating a fearful battle, none distinguishing friend and foe.
It's not easy to find the way through the sorcerous mist, but with your magic lantern, we can do it. Go, and we will follow.
Until then, I can't deny it, this mist had me worried. But now I see you have the situation in hand. I'm sure that together we will overcome this pestilence, whatever it is.
Until then, Your Highness, I don't know what an extraordinary disaster you've brought upon your kingdom, but I see now that you are entirely capable of handling it. Especially with our help.